How would you like to quench your thirst with the taste of your wildest fantasies?
Damn, you make that sound so good. I need it. We'll take it.
Island of Fantasy is pretty much a coming-of-age story.
5 college guys
on spring break.
They go on a road trip,
going to have some fun, and on the way, they learn about each other.
They take a detour.
They stop at a bar, and they meet a gypsy who gives them a taste of their fantasies.
They drink a little potion, and some adventures happen.
What's the name of this?
It's called Sparkling Fantasy. It's my specialty.
My name is Marques T. Owens, and I'm the director, writer, and producer of Island of Fantasy.
My name is Owens II, and I am the super producer. I am the associate producer on the Island of Fantasy.
I have a company called Mo Girls, and it's a model promotion company for swimsuit and lingerie glamour modeling. I did calendars for 6 years, but it got to a point where I was trying to focus more on my career goal of a director, and the calendar really wasn't helping that. So I stopped doing the calendar, but I still wanted to give the Mo Girls fans some product. I wanted to take a situation and put the girls on video and also have a narrative mixed into it so that I could still have something for my directorial reel. Even though it was going to be some gratuitous, sexy montages, I kind of wanted to have some story around it so you didn't feel so cheap watching it, wanted to keep it classy. Wanted to do something on the island, on the beach, and that's how I came about this and wrote the story, and there you have it. That's how it began, and just brought on some great people, man, just to make it real pop.
I recently worked with Mo on the D Woods video. I was the producer on the D Woods video.
You know, Tech, you know, he's been my friend for a while, you know what I'm saying? I brought him in because he did such a great job on the D Woods Legalize Me video that he was the producer on. So I just love that energy.
And I'm here. The casting process was fun. We called our go-to girl, Natasha Ward, and she came through and helped us cast this thing.
Pretty much we locked all the actors there based on that one casting session, which is sometimes unheard of.
My name is Cardell Jackson, and the role I played was Travis, the football jock. And what's funny about it, as I went on audition, he hit me up the next day and was like, yo, I want to go ahead and book you for this role, Travis. And he was like, I haven't booked anybody else yet, so you're the first one. So I felt kind of special from that. I'm like, yeah, I'm the first one getting booked, you know, but it was cool though, it was a blessing.
My name's Justin, come from New Jersey, moved out here to beautiful, sunny California. I played a business major, Javon. I was kind of like the stiff character, like I was like the geek of the whole, you know what I mean? Like the guys, they wanted to go check the girls out, you know what I mean? I'm like, you know, kind of by the book. That was my role. I submitted myself for the project. I remember going in for the role, and it was exciting. You know, it was exciting. Like I never knew Mo from Campaign, you know what I mean? I went in there, saw Tech, knew Tech just from, you know, just being out and about. But, you know, I was excited from Jump Street just to actually perform in front of these guys. So, and it worked out. I actually got the role.
The audition process is always fun because I'm an actor myself, so I like looking at other actors. I like to see the choices they make that they should have made and the choices that they shouldn't have made.
My name is Howard Alonzo, and I played Mike in the project. It was originally casted, someone else was casted for the project, and so Mo gave me a call and said, Howard, I got a project, and I want to know if you like to do it. So I said, all right, cool. I said, you want me to come audition or something? He said, no, the part is yours. So I said, all right, cool. I said, I do you a favor, you do me a favor. You know, I need some producer credits. So it all worked out fine.
You get to discover new actors like Alex Canty and Tai Fung.
I love discovering new talent because it gives me a chance to work with them, not having the egos and the attitudes.
My name is Alex Canty, and the role I played was Kevin Rogers, the weed head gamer. I was a PA for Mo for a D Woods video. It was called Legalize Me, as a matter of fact. I was there holding a boombox and everything like that. And so I met Mo first there, and then I heard about the audition, and then I was like, oh, it's Mo again. So I was like, wow. I knew he does great work from that. So I heard about the audition through my man Ted. He had told me about it. He was like, yo, Alex, I think you'll be, you know, good for this part, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't know what part. That's exactly what he said. And so I was reading through it and I saw Kevin, and I was like, you know, that seems like somebody fun to me, you know what I'm saying? So I just studied that role, and I just went in there and did the thing.
1.21 gigawatts, 40! I'm Typhon, and I play Lucas Lee, the computer techie in the film. I got involved because I looked on the website and I saw this, hey, you know, this college student road trip type movie, and I was like, hey, this is interesting. And I actually researched Mo's work in the past, and that's kind of what drew me into working for him, because he's a terrific director, and I really find that he has potential, and his work is really great. So I really got to be a part of this project, and you know, I submitted, I auditioned, and fortunately he called me in, and I got the part.
Working hard and giving them a first impression on my work, they're with me for a long haul, and then promoting the project and making them look big. I like to help their careers, and I just like to be important, you know, to myself and the people. I mean, who doesn't?
It's also good to see ladies. You know, the ladies come in, and if they're gonna have to be in a bikini, then you have to see them in a bikini. So we saw a gang of ladies in their bikinis, so that kind of made my day.
Mo Girls did all the casting for the girls, so all of those girls was casted by Mo Girls. You need some girls, holla at me, I'll get it done.
I was raised in the jungles and the projects, University Garden projects. I'm all hood. This pink shirt is just for set. Alright, don't get it twisted. She chose pink.
Sorry. My name is Deandra Avery, and I was behind the scenes. I did the costume design for the film, and I was also one of the dream girls or fantasy girls, whatever you want to call it. And the character that I played was Dana. I'm good friends with the director, and he had mentioned to me that I might be good for a certain role in the film, and when he told me I would be playing the stripper, I thought it was kind of funny. I was like, okay. But, you know, he knows I have that freaky side to me, so, you know I know when to be a lady in public and, you know, something else at home for my man. So, you know, I didn't mind doing stuff like that, but I don't really do stuff like that at home for my man. But, you know, this time I'm doing it in front of the camera.
My name is Genevieve Valente, and I play Lucas's fantasy girl. And my name is Sue Lynn. I really didn't know that Mo was the one behind the video until later on. I was like, oh, okay, he's Mo. Oh, so, but it was a really cool experience.
My name is Amanda Gifts, and I play Javon's fantasy girl. And my name is Giselle, like the Victoria's Secrets model. I had a casting of Model Mayhem from Mo. That's how I got involved in this whole situation. And I came and I was a little skeptical because, you know, all these people talking stuff all the time. You never know who to believe, you never know who to trust. In the first moment that I met Mo, and I knew that he was really a genuine person and that I could trust him. And you know, like, I worked my sexy for the part, and he liked it, so we're good like that. And I made it in. That's all that matters, right?
My name's Nadia Zahn. I played the gypsy bartender. I actually know Mo from doing the Calendar Girls, Mo Calendar Girls. I'm from Toronto, Canada, so I heard about Mo Girls, and I was interested in doing it because he's very artistic, and I love his concepts. He's very, he loves colors, and I love colors, and he loves creating and doing that really cool pinup style. He's really, really talented, so I was excited to work with him. So I did Mo Girls with him, and I hosted his DVD, and I acted in it as well. I played Mrs. Stewart. I saw this on Actors Access and Breakdowns, and I was like, ooh. And I was like, I looked at the roles, and I'm like, oh, I want to be the actress in it, you know. So I sent off my stuff, and, you know, I just waited, and he finally called me. He's like, oh, no, do you want to do the role of gypsy bartender? And I'm like, yes, I want to do it. So it was cool. He gave me the role.
My name is Roxanne Gonzalez, and my role was Brittany, and I was one of the fantasy girls, which was Travis's fantasy girl, actually. And it's a wonderful project, and I couldn't have asked for something more fun. I got involved actually through Model Mayhem, believe it or not, and I contacted Mo, he contacted me back, I went in, and I was so happy that he called me back, and I'm so grateful and happy to be a part of this production.
This was such a good experience because all the people were hungry, and all the actors were hungry, and that made for a good cast. They all wanted to be there, and they all wanted to make the process or the project go. Sometimes you can get with actors that don't really want to be there, or they're kind of like maybe vets or seasoned, and they feel that you owe them something. But the cast of Out in Fantasy were great. They all wanted to be there. They showed up on time, and they actually, some of them actually helped out more than just acting, which was a blessing too.
So there was
I'm wiping off, man. This is the super producer wiping off chairs right now. You know what I'm saying? Man, we get it in over here. You know what I'm saying? Getting it in.
What you doing, Mo?
Wishing I was getting it in.
Island of Fantasy Day 1. Second location, we are at the Isla Cantina. Getting it in. Big shout out to Melina. Oh, come here. She hooked us up right, you know what I'm saying? She is the bar manager here.
I'm the G.
She the G, yeah, she the G.
I didn't expect such a high-end production. Like, I walked in and I was like, oh, cool. He rented out, like, a really cool bar on Sunset. You know, I mean, I'm from Toronto, Canada, so it's cool to film on Sunset Boulevard. And it was just, and then the costumes, the wardrobe, the makeup, the hair, the styling. He even had the shirts, Island of Fantasy, you know, and I didn't expect that.
What would stick out to me the most is all the dramas that we went through. No drama with cast, but just drama with shooting.
There were plenty obstacles when making Island of Fantasy. Sometimes I wish I could change the name to Island of Nightmares because we had plenty of nightmares.
You know, locations, timing.
Something unexpected kept happening over and over again.
The first situation that was tough for me for this independent project was when we first had our first set of fantasy girls.
The first time we were supposed to shoot the girls at the Roosevelt Hotel, the suite got shut down by security.
We had it all pimped out. We had the Marilyn Monroe suite. We was ready to go. We had just shot at Isla Cantina on Sunset. We got that knocked out. That was the bar scene. We get there, we tired, we got the drinks going. The makeup artist is getting busy. It was on the hair. Aaron was setting up the lights on the patio.
We had too many people in the hotel. We had about 20, 30 people in the hotel when actually there only should have been like 5, 6 people in the suite.
I don't care sometimes. I know I didn't have a permit. I just wanted to go, go, go because that's been a lot of how my productions are. And here's a nightmaric situation right here. And stuff like this will happen all the time. We trying to combat with alarms going off. It's crazy.
That's one of the main things that you know I remember is all that drama.
But as Mo does, he always does it big. So there were too many people in the suite, and we got thrown out.
Lost money on that day because I spent money on the hair and the makeup and whatnot, and even the room.
There was a bit of drama with changing of the cast and some of the girls not showing up. And
it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, all the fantasy girls didn't want to commit in the first round.
Because again, they probably had assumed that the project wouldn't be this big.
And I had to sit back, you know? I had to take a step back and like, look, we're gonna have to take a quick hiatus in the middle of the production. People, you know, the guys was all excited. Yo, we shooting. You know, they were excited to get their fantasy on, but I had to step back and figure out a new plan.
Then I got so nervous, I was like, oh man, this film's not gonna go through.
Because I did that, it enabled me to get back on the ground running, found some new girls, way hotter than the first 3, better attitudes, better look, and brought more energy and excitement to the production.
Spring break, baby, spring break! Look at the chicks we have on set. Oh yeah!
Really?
Ooh, where's somebody's fantasy?
Then when we got the second group of fantasy girls in, and we was actually at Mo's house, and I saw girls doing their hair, and then wardrobe was there. I was all pumped up again. I was like, all right, thank you, God. We back on track. Let's get it going.
I'm Javon, a.k.a. Justin, you know what I'm saying? Maybe call me homo and shit on love, you know what I'm saying? Shades, colors, anything, man.
Don't take these out.
Perfect.
Hey, what you think about those, man? What you think about those, man?
Beautiful. Now, man, I could just put my face in and go.
Hi, my name is Francisco Bulgarelli. I'm the DP on this project, so I'm looking forward to a great day today.
I'm Ace Underhill. I'm the gaffer, so I'll be working the lights today and helping Francisco however he needs.
The location that I scouted for a while, which was supposed to be the thematic location for the movie Island of Fantasy, beautiful beach in Malibu. I kind of went there a couple times, knew what days to go where was not a lot of traffic and I could really get it done. And so, day of, I was ready to go. Most of the cast was there, but then there was one girl who came 3 hours late. It really frustrated the cast. I was trying to keep my composure because I knew if I acted out, she might never come. But she did come. We got a late start. We had to mash out and hit PCH because we had some scenes to do on PCH and some driving scenes along the way.
Like the gorilla shots. We were on the 10 freeway driving. Mo was on the side of us in an SUV through the sunroof, beaming down on us. Popo's the CHP was on the side, give us somebody a ticket, and looked up like, what the hell is this fool doing? Like,
we shot in the middle of winter, so we lost a lot of lighting.
The sun was coming down. Sun was coming down, and then we hit the beach. It was cool because it was almost like a sun setting type action. I was like, great, light is great and everything. And there was another crew there. I think they were shooting still photos or even a video, but they had permits. We didn't. This is the first time I've actually came to the beach when the ranger was sitting out in the parking lot. We got the stuff, walked like we were supposed to be there. He's like, okay, yeah, okay, cool. We went down, set up. I was like, I gotta run and do it. Tech was like, all right, let's go.
The location we had was excellent. I mean, the beach scene looked like Tom Hanks should have been there in Castaway or something like that. I mean, the beach was tight.
And me, I was trying to be on my Michael Bay type-ish, so I wanted to have the smoke bombs. I had already prepared them, did tests with them. I don't care. This running gun, if we wait, ooh, should I? And maybe you ain't gonna get the shot. So set up the cameras, ready to go, boom, boom, boom. Light it up, boom, shooting. Got the first 3 shots done. Fantasy scenes, I believe it was Genevieve scene and Ty's scene.
Yeah, it was freezing that day.
I haven't shot on the beach before, and it was great. You know, we went through a lot of ups and downs shooting this movie, and one of the problems were we didn't have a permit on the beach, so that kind of gave us an interesting experience.
And we were like, let's get this done quick. So that's what we manned up. We're like, let's do this.
But no, it was a great experience, working with the whole cast and crew. Everyone was so down, and yeah, it was really great.
Right here we are on the beach in Malibu, getting some of these shots, shooting the pretty ladies, you know what I'm saying? It's going down. I wish you was here, but you ain't.
Moved to the next location, which was Justin Jackson and Amanda Gift. That's probably one of the hottest scenes that we shot on that beach. I was able to get the smoke in the right place and whatnot, and it really brought that Victoria's Secret vibe that I was going for.
I've been on the beach before. One time I did a Beyonce music video, and it was like a good 50, 60 degrees, but this time around it was a little bit different. Wind was blowing, we had a little smoke bombs, things of that nature, but it was cool. It was very cool. I think, we had the ladies out. They were a little bit colder than I was. So, I mean, I was excited, honestly. It's the best way I could put it, to keep it like that, yeah.
We didn't have a permit, and we were lighting off smoke.
I think in the last take of shooting their scene, I feel a tap on my shoulder. We still shooting, it's looking good, and I'm like, I'm shooting, leave me alone. And this jerk puts his hand in front of the camera and just ends the shot. And so, do you have a permit? And then I'm trying to do the BS. Yeah, we with the crew, we got the permit. Yeah, well, they're the ones who told us about you and that you aren't with them. I was like, wow, for real? They took it amongst themselves to point us out and say, they're not with us.
So security came and kicked us off the beach.
We had to cancel the shoot.
He's like, yeah, we're gonna have to take that tape and you're gonna have to appear on this date and so forth. I wasn't as hurt as I was the first time when I went to Hollywood Roosevelt because I realized that happened for a reason. And so I was just gonna think that this was gonna happen for a reason.
They came and took our tapes, the CHP or police, whatever they were some rent-a-cops.
I had to think quick. I didn't give them the tape because we had too much hot stuff on there. We were running on the P2 cards. So I just gave them the little bullshit memory stick that goes in the front for the still photos.
And when we get to the top, they sitting there like they wolfing at us. They talking back and everybody on set getting mad now and the aura and the chemistry wasn't there no more. So it just canceled and killed the whole day, man.
I had to reschedule again, another obstacle, and we went to Marina Del Rey and shot the rest of it.
First of all, working on the beach It was chilly.
It was definitely cold.
Yes, it was. And he had me get in the water. I think I was the only trick that got in the freaking water. And I got black for a minute, you know. He'll tell you I got kind of ghetto because I was so upset getting in that water.
We walking in the water. I'm trying to look sexy. She trying to look sexy. Our bodies is covered with chill bumps. You know?
Yeah, I almost caught a cold out there because it was raining too. And I'm the only black girl in the film, you know. And my hair was starting to get a little nappy and fuzzy, you know. And I was like, oh, God, get me out of here.
You just can't show it, you know what I'm saying? Like, we trying to sell that it's warm, it's fantasy. You know, we're out here on this island with beautiful women, so I had to look warm and things like that. So, but it was tough though doing that because when the camera wasn't rolling, I was like, shh.
I mean, you know, I had to like tell myself over and over again, it's not cold, it's not cold, it's not cold.
I mean, I was freezing, but like when you get in that zone, man, like I was taught to get into a zone when you're acting. So when I hear action, like I forget I'm even on camera. Like I'm just thinking about her and I'm just like in my head, I'm just thinking how sexy she is. Like, damn, like it's not that hard, she was bad, so.
It is amazing because the scene with the ladies walking through the beach, I mean, it just shows how great the director Mo is. It was raining.
In my scene, when I was going around, she was circling me, it was raining.
You don't even see that it was raining.
And it looked like it was sunny.
You know, it turned out really beautiful, so I can't complain.
That's when we had that real family bonding, and bonding in the way that there were several things that happened as in that situation. People were getting tickets where they parked. They were getting a ticket while they were standing next to the car. That set some people off. There was some personality.
You know, Mo is a really great person. He's straightforward. I'm a straightforward person, and I like that. You know, sometimes that can butt heads, but you know what? Overall, you know, anytime you film anything, it's a stressful situation.
You know, like family, had our arguments, but it made us stronger.
And it's good to know that in the end we're all family and that we got along and that we pulled it through and we seen the end happen.
You know, you would never even expect that so many obstacles come our way or whatnot.
But you know, in the end, it's a story to tell, and it all worked out great. The finished product was amazing.
The best thing about making Out of the Fantasy was, of course, the women.
Thanks to waiting and getting other girls, my executive producer allowed us to use one of his locations. We shot in his penthouse in Marina del Rey, which was great. We had a view of the Marina del Rey beach and the coastline, and then we were able to use the daytime and fade into night to see the skylights and so forth, so it worked out in a major way.
Yeah, and then that fantasy scene. That fantasy scene.
I wasn't mad at my fantasy girl at all, Mo.
I don't know if Mo meant it to be so sexy, but this piece is very, very sexy.
Everyone thinks it's a porn, you know, but it's not.
Nah, we're doing a movie.
You know? It's called acting.
Yes.
Working, doing the fantasy scenes, oh, it was...
See, that wasn't hard.
Man, Mo gonna see this, right? So
that was fun. That was fun, and the reason why it was fun, because I felt like it was tasteful.
And that's the whole thing about it. It's sexy, and it's not cheap. It's not over the top, grotesque. It's very, very classy.
You know what I'm saying? We had just went right to the limit. And my fantasy lady, Destiny Monique, like, she was just perfect. You know what I'm saying? She was cool to work with. I was intimidated by her as well because she's beautiful. And you know what I'm saying? I'm intimidated by that. And I also heard that she was in the Marines. And then so I was like, oh, she ain't gonna be going for no BS. Like, me trying to grope her, and then I was like the shy guy on set anyway when it came to me being, I guess you could say, sexual with my fantasy girl.
You're gonna try to punch me, why? I'm just gonna touch her like right here on her waist.
As soon as he goes in for the kiss, I'll be like.
All in all, it was wonderful. That fantasy scene was just me. It was like, I saw myself just doing that. Like all the things that I did in the film, like, I've done that somewhere before. Right. And so that's why it was just kind of like easy for me to roll into that. And also a lot of fun though.
Damn, that's why I hired you, man. I love that video game shit on the way out.
I am the pink girl, the Pink Island fantasy girl. So you'll see I have a cute little outfit, little pink bow. I'm like little Bo Peep kind of.
Working at what you got on now, though.
Yeah, oh, thank you.
We were able to work with one another, you know, for days before we actually did our scenes together. We had a closed set, so you know that made both parties, you know, a lot comfortable. You know what I mean? So you want to be comfortable, you know, with the person that you're doing it with, because you know, it's like you have two people in relationships. It's just like, oh, you dating somebody, you know what I mean? Like you doing a scene like this, you know, but there was no kissing and nothing involved, so it was good.
What scene we're shooting today? We're shooting these two kids right there in the bathroom having a good time.
We're having a great time.
They look like 15-year-olds, both of them. Look at that.
It was such a great bond with Genevieve, my fantasy girl, who plays Sulin, and you know, it was great because we worked off each other. So it was really interesting to shoot like with that. I've never done that before, but at the same time, you know, when you look behind the camera, there's like 50 guys standing there with cameras and the director. So it's like it was very awkward, but great experience.
Well, it's my first kind of acting thing, so I kind of wanted to get my foot wet, you know, and actually, you know, after meeting everybody, it was kind of like, we all kind of clicked, you know, there was like...
It's one big happy family. She's sitting on my lap right now, that tells you enough.
You can't fit it.
The audience responded well to Island of Fantasy. It's such a sexy piece. I'm sure some people went home and had sex, but other than that, I think the audience really, really liked it. They laughed when they were supposed to laugh. They sighed when they were supposed to sigh.
You know, it's funny. My mother was actually at the premiere, and she's had some time to warm up to the Mo Girls and the sexy thing. And I think she liked the fact that I had the story. She was very much into the story. She thought the guys were funny. She loves Tai Fung. She follows him on Facebook and sees the comments he's making. Yo, Mo, you know, how's everything going with the premiere? How's the movie? And she laughed and she said, you should do some more. She wasn't advocating necessarily the sexy thing, but you know, keep the guys, keep the gypsy, you know, maybe have them going on some other adventure. But she was real supportive of the project.
And I'm very, very happy with the way that it turned out.
I mean, you seen the final product. It was amazing.
Everyone enjoyed it because his the photography, the imagery, the sound, you know, the cinematography. It's just excellent work for something that was shot in like 3 days. You know, it's just unbelievable. Imagine what he could do with 3 weeks. You know, on a big budget. If you could do that with with hardly any money, imagine what he could do with money.
And I give Mo hands up for that.
I'm very happy with that. It just turned out really well. I can't complain.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Oh man, some of the responses were phenomenal. The one that sticks in my head the most was someone who had been following Mo Girls. You know, a lot of people came to premiere, some actors, you know, other directors, models, or whatnot. But someone who had been following Mo Girls came up to me and said, "Man, that was great. You know, I've been looking at your calendar, you know, following you a long time, and Island of Fantasy was your calendar brought to life." That was pretty much the best thing anybody could say, because that was my goal. I wanted to keep the branding, the certain look with the girls, the extra smooth look, and I was able to deliver that in a way that he came up and told me that. It wasn't a baited question, I didn't know him, and I think that amongst all the positive feedback was what stood out to me the most.
Mo, just working with him, not knowing him, I felt like he was passionate about his work. I noticed that from Jump Street, like, you know, just the way, you know, like just shots, you know what I mean? It's just like, you know, you can do a quick hurry up and get out of their job, or you can like really take it to the extent. I feel like that's what he did. I mean, we were in places where, like, you know, of course we didn't have permits and this, that, and the third, and he didn't care. You know what I mean? Because he was passionate about his work. So I mean, like, I honestly, I respected that to the fullest, you know? And it made me actually want to like do the best I could do.
Working with Mo the Mogul is the bomb, you know what I mean? I learned a lot from Mo.
I mean, like, he gorilla with it, and he real with it, and he gotta get it down, like, done no matter the cost. Like, it cost him to get these tickets at Malibu, but we got it done, like, and I like that with a director. He not scared to take chances.
He has a strong vision, and he's just a cool dude, you know, and I like that about him.
Working with Mo as an actor, I was nervous. I was nervous at that time because now I'm like, not necessarily trying to impress him, but you know, I want to do a good job. And so I wanted to show him that, you know, he did the right thing in casting Kevin. So I was like, because when I was a PA, I was like, yeah, Mo, what you need? But when I was an actor, I was just quiet. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say nothing until I was called upon, but you know, I still showed my personality throughout the set though, but it was a different experience. I was definitely nervous most of the time I was around Mo because I was like, dang, no, like not to be funny, but like that's the dad on the set. You know what I'm saying? You want to do everything you can to not necessarily impress your father, but you know, you want to look good in your father's eyes. So, you know, I just wanted to do good work for him. Exactly, I did not want to let him down.
Well, first off, like the style of the way he films, you know, is very organic. I will say that, which is, I feel like it puts us on the stage, and what, you know, we're forced to do is act and create, you know what I mean, like a masterpiece. So it's like, you know, a lot of times, like, you know, actors, you know, you want to ask questions because you're curious about how you look or if your lines came off correctly, and then Mo's just like, nah, man, y'all good. Keep it rolling.
It was great working with Mo as a director. He's a fantastic director. He's very easy to get along with. You know, he gave great direction. Any questions I had, I never really had to ask any questions because he would present everything in a certain way where he made it really easy for me. So, you know, he did a fantastic job.
He's not bratty or anything like that. He just knows what he wants, he gets it, and he makes it happen.
Oh shit, look what we have here, fellas.
First time I worked with Mo, you know, was something that was fast and simple, and I had more time to work with him on this project. And I mean, working with him the first time compared to now, I mean, he's developed into a great director. I mean, he has his vision, he has his mindset, and he runs with it. And so, I mean, definitely he's improved a lot. Not saying like the first project, it wasn't like because it was for an invitation to a birthday party with him and, you know, Deep Woods. The invitation was phenomenal. It looked like a movie. So I mean, this working with him again on this project was amazing.
He's progressed, he has, and it's great to see someone that's gone, and I think I progressed too as an actor. You know, it's great when you see someone that goes from, you know, just doing film or doing music videos or doing print or whatever it means, and in the progression within the industry. And the more you work on your craft and the more you own it, the better you become. And it's great to see both of us have, you know, have some sort of progression. And, you know, I mean, the world's for him. I mean, he's doing a documentary with Jamie Foxx, so I mean, good for him.
When I saw his work in the past, I said, hey, I got to work with this guy. And when I worked with him, I knew I was wrong, you know, because, you know, it's funny because Mo is a big Michael Bay fan, and I am the biggest Michael Bay fanatic, and it's fate bring us two together to work together, two Michael Bay fans working together. And it's funny because my character wears a Transformers t-shirt in the movie, so it's like, hey, you know, me and Mo, I love the way Mo directs, and because he has a big Michael Bay influence, and I love that about him.
Mo is a one-stop shop, and I really appreciate that with him, man. He doesn't ask anybody for anything.
You know, I keep on forcing him to send his stuff to CAA. Every day I'm like, send your stuff to CAA.
He can direct, he can write it, shoot it, chop it up, color correct it, and put it out there on the shelves, and I really appreciate that.
All right, cut. Good. Let's switch it up.
The chemistry with Mo and everybody on the cast was really great. Everybody was really easy to work with and fun, and it was like we were a family, and which I really like that a lot. You know, I made so many friends from this project, and I love working with the guy that played my leading man, Mike. He's a sweetheart, he's funny.
Everybody built friendships after this. I mean, the girls kept in contact with each other, the guys kept in contact with one another.
We just connected, and like going back and forth, I found out me and my Howard, we both know the same peoples, we both kick it in the same hood, like, you know, so that's my boy now.
I had a blast.
I was sad when the actual show ended. Friends for life.
Yes.
Friends for life.
Yeah.
Ty mostly.
Yeah, it was really great.
And then his fantasy girl, of course. That's what she said on my lap. Sorry, Ty, I got your girl. She's my fantasy now.
I think I had most fun watching the movie completed at the premiere with the cast because they hadn't seen it before then. They didn't know, some of them didn't know what to expect, some of them didn't know my work. But for them to be really excited and enjoy and get highlighted in the interviews, and we had Wire Image and CEO TV come cover the event. They're all over the internet now, and I think that's the best part to me.
The girls that, you know, neglected to do it or just did Mo up were probably kicking themselves in the butt right now, going, damn it, why didn't I do it, you know?
I'm glad to be part of it.
This is a sexy piece. I think guys will enjoy it as well as women will enjoy it. Everyone go tell someone to go see it. Like I said, man, I just had fun, and I'm ready to do more. So Mo, whenever you're ready, call me, brother. Let's do some more.